What's up, everybody? We are back at the BE00TAKE00 Show. I am your co-host, PJ North, as they say on the interwebs, along with the one and only Fluff, Tebow. Tyler, what's good, baby?
I didn't even hear it until you literally introed, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, we both got it. We're both fucking
Oh, yeah, we're
struggling.
dying. I'm like, dude, it is like in this facility here. I can kind of
Yeah.
breathe, but like, yeah, it is not fun, dude. It is whatever. I'm telling you, I got it from US 60s water, whatever's out there.
Well, I know that that's easy because I'm obviously not feeling the greatest either, so that's an easy
Yeah,
target.
see, you know what I
But
mean?
I've been drinking it for a while, okay?
Oh man, how you feeling otherwise?
Oh, good. Just, I don't know. I've been really, really enjoying, I've been get back into getting my hands dirty again with TV.
Yeah, getting ready to do
Doing
stuff.
some stuff there. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with that the last couple weeks. Just keep grinding for 26, I guess.
Yeah, man, a lot of things happening. Before we get into all of the good stuff, if you're watching with us live on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. Always helps us out. Comment. Let us know what your thoughts are on what we're talking about. That always helps as well. Plus, we like the engagement, man. We get a few comments a week, and we get to kind of talk about different stuff. So we appreciate y'all. If you're watching on iTunes or Spotify, listening in, don't forget to hit that follow button. Share with your friends. Tell everybody that you like the show. That helps us out as well. Like I said, we're hitting new heights every week. It seems to go up and up. So continue to share with everybody, however you listen to it, right? I know a lot of people listen to it a couple different ways. So we appreciate y'all. So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to get
I got
into
a question.
Go
for you.
ahead, shoot it.
I know you love when I just
love when you do it, actually.
shut her down right off the first rip. Well, first off, I don't remember where I was going with that, but anyways, my other question. You say like people watch it in different ways. What is
Yeah.
the most like? Is the typical Apple, Google like? Is that
Yeah,
the
Spotify, I would
main?
say it's hard to tell because they're about the same depending on how you look at YouTube views. So YouTube views are weird because if someone leaves and comes back, it counts as a separate view if they've watched it for a length
Hell
of
yeah.
time. So yeah, it's great to a certain extent, but like YouTube been lying to people forever. So yeah, it's like it's not based on your IP address whether or not you watch it. So it's kind of different, right? We see a lot on Spotify. It tells you the average consumption rate, like how long they listened. Engaged listeners, which is super weird because, like, how do you know if someone's engaged listening to a podcast? It could just be playing in the background. I don't know. How do you know that?
Yeah, they might not be engaged.
Yeah.
They
So
might just
Apple,
be dating or something.
yeah,
You know? I'm kidding.
Apple's super weird about
I'm
it.
kidding.
I loved it. I love it. Look, Tyler's already got the dad jokes going. He's ready to go. He's ready to rip. This weekend, buddy, dad jokes on deck. He's ready.
Oh, hey, it took 8 tries. I've been trying to write this speech, okay? And it came to realize that, or I came to realize that I just care. JP is so critical of everything, and I can see it, and I'm like, it has to be perfect. I've never cared, right? Like, I've never wrote
sure.
a
You're
speech.
just like, let it rip.
Yeah, this guy got me all flustered.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to. We're gonna see Tebow all dressed up. We'll see 7 other guys that you've only seen in dirty shirts dressed up, which will be interesting. JP and Megan finally tying the knot. So shout out to the Schuster Megan, as if it wasn't hard enough. Megan Schuster, man, gosh, what a switch!
Yeah,
up
you
there.
you struggle with that one enough times.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
The last
imagine
name
announcing
is
that.
easier.
Yeah. For her, good for both of them. I've known JP a long time, since I was a kid. So we were both young junior dragster drivers in Ohio. We've always called him the better initials. So excited for them. Big
I still
Paul,
get
I'm
them
sure he'll be
backwards
there.
more often than I do. Like, I get them backwards more than I get them right, and it's just because like I talk to both of you every single day,
Yeah.
and it is so hard for like I'll screw it up.
You've never missed a text though between us, so that's pretty good. You haven't like swapped texts between us, but we might be all talking
Yeah,
about the
that's-
same thing in just separate chats. It's the same thing we're sharing
That's
it.
probable.
Chances are likely. So that's good, man. I hope the wedding goes well. We'll get to hear all about how many times y'all sang Family Tradition, I'm sure, this weekend. So
Yes.
exciting news. We got a lot to talk about, and we could talk. This is a great. Robbie Sesco put this is the first. We just talk about a few things we've seen on the internet this week before we get into it. The Junior Dragster fuel injection. Have you seen this from Fuel Tech?
So I did see the throttle body or whatever that they put out, but yesterday or that's been out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did see it yesterday.
Yeah. I saw
Wild
it.
looking.
I commented on it. Basically, like, I can't wait for all the people who are like, we don't need junior dragsters, like that whole crowd to start saying something. And honestly, there wasn't really a lot of that. And then David Sherbandi posted, he's like, man, that kind of puts me out of a job then, doesn't it? I was like, honestly, I could do a lot without y'all junior dragster parents. All y'all need to do is start the car and leave. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to be like the top fuel teams. Start it. Drive your happy ass down to the finish line and don't let me hear nothing else from y'all. So it's exciting.
Yeah, they
man.
said no more setting the idle. I was like, I bet.
Yeah,
I
a lot of
bet
that was
out.
like, damn, what am I gonna do now? How many times am I gonna wave my kid forward, back him up, and take the tire covers off? I'm like, exactly. Y'all don't need to be doing that. My dad didn't do it. Y'all don't need to be doing all that shit. I am excited though. I think innovation. We talk about this a lot. Innovation keeps it interesting, right? I think. It's a new interesting thing. When I was growing up, they had the Borlas, right? They first did the Borla muffler, which I thought was so sick, but it like killed you like a tenth.
Yes.
Right. So we didn't see a lot of those. And then we got into like the bigger blocks and the bigger pistons, right? I remember like the 3-inch was like a huge deal when I got it, when I was running junior. Like everybody's, oh man, you gotta have this 3x3. I was like, okay. And then you get one, and then it was 3 1/4, right? It just keeps going up, and all this new shit. Now they got dial-in boards, they got batteries in the car, and so like the continued innovation, I think, is awesome. Just like any of the classes. So I thought it was kind of cool. I'm excited to see it. I think it's
cool.
Much cooler than the electric dragster, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
What I will say is, I'm very curious to know like how long it takes them to like get it kind of fine-tuned, and like are the ECUs as detailed as what we currently have on say a super stocker, or is the technology, are you able to use the same technology, or do you have to completely start over? Like, I don't know. So
I'm interested to see what it's going to be.
Yeah,
it looks like here Robbie says it's $2,000 for the setup. Man, that's cheap.
That is cheap for
single piston technology, I guess, right? They're just like, hey, we can narrow this down to single piston.
Yeah, we do say it's cheap, but I mean, when
it's
you started racing juniors, I mean, a turnkey junior was probably $4,000.
Yeah,
and then
literally.
like expensive junior, even when I was racing, like 10,000 was the limit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
I
unless you
raced that
shit now.
30, a new, like you didn't spend $10,000.
I saw Rick Taylor had a junior dragster for sale for like $12,000, and I was like, damn.
And it's worth, like when you look at it, you're like, yeah, that is $12,000.
Yeah,
but
I'm like, holy
8
shit.
years old.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
whoa, when did this shit go out?
It's crazy.
And I will say too, if y'all are watching live and you see me looking past the computer, I got the Louisville news.
Obviously. Crazy news out of Louisville. A UPS plane crashed. We don't have too many details, but it barely got off the ground, then crashed into basically one of their airport buildings, right, and all that stuff.
So what they did, there's like a few different runways at the Louisville airport between UPS and the actual, whatever passenger planes.
Yeah.
This one, from the looks of it, was actually coming off like the backside.
The side closest
UPS
to
has a
65, right? It's that one that's closest to 60.
No, it was coming off the furthest. Well, it's like the furthest away from 65, but it came for people who have spent some time in Louisville. Stooges Bar and Grill, which is a big spot, Grade Lane, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles from my house. It basically just didn't get up high enough, smoked the building, and then went all the way down, Grade Lane. It's behind crazy. Some buildings. So.
Yeah, sad to see that. So he's obviously keeping a close eye on that with a lot of our Louisville friends and people. We know a lot of people over there at UPS, so keeping them in there. So keep an eye on. Back to the point, So I guess we'll just kind of talk a little bit about the different SEMA news that's come out. SS Tried. That's another thing that came out. So we'll put letter D at a letter A here. Okay, so SEMA news. Yes, modified production has been announced, and they're adding it to Comp Eliminator. Obviously, more details to come. A lot of new interesting things. I saw Tabitha Drone, who, if you guys know, is a huge proponent of the modified. Her and her husband Robbie do a lot of stuff for that modified. Right, they've got a Corvette that's in modified and all that stuff, and they had a huge part in this, from what I can tell. And they're bringing it back, and according to NHRA, they're bringing it back like at Gainesville. Like it's looking like it's gonna happen ASAP. So Chuck
I'm
Bohannon might
interested
win
to
his
see what
first
the
race
weight
in
break
comp.
so far.
Huh?
Well, I mean, they did last week. There was like a teaser post about this
Okay.
last week. I don't know if you saw it, or maybe we talked about it.
I didn't.
But it
I
was
had no
like
idea this was even happening.
it was very vague, and I mean, how much shit do you see people talk about on the
Yeah.
internet that NHRA
Sure.
is going to
And
do
I think
this, and
that's what
they're not? But
says. Shout out to Bobby Bennett. Obviously, he's the one that posted or kind of broke it. He's kind of like the one main journalist, right? Who everybody doesn't hate. And so, what did he say here? Let me shout out to Wes Collins also for sending it to me because I probably wouldn't have seen it before the show. It is 1981 and older. Small block Chevy, no big blocks allowed. Stick shift only. Obviously.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Yeah. So it's there's a lot of things. So the main focus is with I think is it Grimm they talked to, David Grimm? Let me read this. Hold on, let me go back really quick. So yeah, according to Grimm, the category will be restricted to manual transmissions only, no automatics allowed. Engines will be small bore, small block combos, and no big blocks will be permitted. He also wanted to note that the class designations, the alphabet structure will run from A through E, modified production, and he wanted to note that basically it's not going to impact comp. Like comp people, you're not going to be able to run this thing in a different class, trying to get away from it. Like these different things, like this is what it is. It's a 81 or older body style, full door deal, stick shift, small block.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like because
Lonnie
it's
Grimm.
in comp,
Thank you,
right?
Walt. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, it's a great addition to comp, being that now how many guys have a Corvette, have a Chevy 2, have
Yeah.
one of these cars that with these high winding motors and that would make not necessarily like record setters, but competitive cars
Yeah.
that aren't competitive in super stock, aren't competitive in super mod.
Yeah, sure.
It should be really good. And
I
we
think it'd
do
be
have,
cool. Be interesting.
if we could find a Liberty 5-speed, because you'll see one here and there on Facebook. If I see one this winter, probably gonna buy it. Probably
Chuck already has one, don't he? What is his?
Not a 5-speed. We got 4-speed.
It doesn't say
You're gonna need
anything
that
about
fifth one.
5. It just says 4.
You're gonna need the fit.
Oh,
It's
you're going to
be
need the
faster.
fit. Okay, so you're going to need that 5-speed.
Yeah, you're gonna need.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Chuck, we're going to need to see it. I'm interested to
There's
see.
a lot, Stride. There's a lot of late C2 Corvettes sitting around.
Yeah.
None of which are affordable on any kind of 9 to 5. Like it's stupid.
Yeah,
how
if you've
much those
got a
cars
Corvette,
cost.
it either came from somewhere, you restored one that was demolished or sitting in a barn completely rusted out. Like you just don't see a lot like that. Like that
Yeah.
type of thing. I'm excited to see some of those modified guys go. I think it'll be cool to see.
Walt Walker said something about Larry Leeser. Like
Yeah.
that is a perfect example.
1,000%. Yeah, him and Robbie. I mean, Robbie Jones in A modified with stick, right? Goes 8, whatever. I don't know what his index is going to be. We'll figure
Did they
that
put
out.
on there what the weight break would be?
So no, all of the rules are still being finalized with a group of folks to make sure that it's competitive, but make sure they're not trying to let in Harley, right? And the guy goes, a second faster than everybody else, and not, you know what I mean? They're still trying to figure some of that stuff out. Obviously, there more information to come, but the quote I took away from this was the biggest thing is just getting people, especially comp eliminator participants, to understand that the things we'd like to bring to the category are not going to affect what already exists. We're not trying to introduce anything into something existing unless it makes absolute sense. So although the initial focus is on modified production, Grimm hinted other heritage categories could eventually return in similar form. There's a lot of ideas on the table. Things don't move along as quick as we'd like sometimes, but we managed to focus on and get these rules put together. So a lot more to come in the coming weeks, but that's pretty cool. They're going to do rules are still being finalized. Several core components are already established. Most cars will feature a 2x3 back half chassis, not mandatory, rack and pinion steering, and NHRA approved cylinder heads with no billet components allowed in the upper categories.
Same as comp, basically. I mean, comp you can't really. I mean, well, like Supermod, I don't know what the billet rules are with that shit. I don't think it's any. I mean, if it's something that if they get the weight breaks close and we can be competitive with my dad's car, like
Yeah.
I will have it in Gainesville.
Well, by God, our YouTube series just took off.
Yeah, we're
Gainesville
running a
Countdown
Corvette.
with Chuck Bohannon.
We're
I'm just
running
gonna have
modified production.
I'm gonna have a live stream going on in the garage the entire winter of just Chuck MFing every single thing until the cars are together.
He's gonna have his hat on backwards. He's gonna be having 80. He's gonna have Conway Twitty like on 100,
just on a Blair.
Just modified production is all I got to say.
Speaking of the playlist this weekend, I missed this, Mike, but thank you. He said a minimum of 5 times for Family Tradition and Vidalia 6 times. That's the name of this episode as it's getting posted tonight. Tyler Bohannon sings Vidalia.
I'm gonna. What I was telling you earlier. We don't have to talk about it on here to freak anybody out, but I wish like at a wedding one day I'm gonna hack in somehow, or like Vidal is gonna play as the bride comes down the aisle.
You always gotta make me cry. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. Well, Walt, to your point, exactly. We are very excited for modified production. More to come as we get more news. We'll break it down. Maybe we'll talk to one of these modified production guys. Maybe we'll get, Tabitha or Robbie or one of them on the show to talk about modified production later on this winter as we get through it. Dry hops mandatory or 5 off your personal index. I'm in.
Watch.
We're all ready to make the rules. Let us know. We're going to come back to this. Let us know what rule we need to implement for modified production in the chat as we come back to that.
That is 100% true, Wes Collins. West, before I go south, it will come west if that's what we do.
All right. Well, Wes, it'll be there. Don't you worry. Motor will be in there next week. We'll be ready to have them headers built. Other SEMA news along the same lines. New super stocker for Phil Mandela race cars. Have you seen this Dodge?
No.
Oh, baby. Man, Tony Mandela. I saw it posted somewhere. And I was like, that can't be real. It's not quite finished. Like the doors, it's basically a body in white car, and it is a bad ass piece, man. They've got it painted like the 70s, direct connection, Dodge on the side. Phil Mandela built
what is it.
It's a Charger or Challenger, one of the brand new ones. Very similar to the Kevin Helms
deal.
It's very similar.
Did Kevin post about it?
No. Kevin,
it's similar. Not
it's similar. Okay. Kevin is actually testing the actual Dodge one. This is a drag pack thing, like
a factory GT deal.
Yeah, basically. Let me see if I can find the post here. Tony Mandela. I'll just pull it up real quick.
You're funny. I only tried to take out the tree one time. Okay.
Yeah. Why don't y'all relax over there picking on my guy just because he can't drive a stick car? Here it is. Okay, it is a super stock Challenger. It doesn't have listed. It does have a motor in it, but there's no like. Some of the stuff's not detailed yet. Like, so they got it pretty close, but they don't have headers on it. But I mean, this thing is a bad piece. It's got all types of cool shit. It looks like a Factory X car almost. Like, that's how cool this thing looks. And the paint scheme they did on it is like orange, gold, and yellow, like that very 70s thing.
Oh, yeah.
It is I'm here to tell you, dude, it is a bad bitch. You got to look it up. PMR race car. So that was announced. And that's exciting because I like to see new cars and people doing cool shit. That have the capability to do cool shit, right? Like, there's all these cars where it's like, I'd love to see that.
It's a Challenger. Okay.
Yeah, Challenger. Sorry, I couldn't remember Charger or Challenger. It's one.
You want to know what's complete horse shit?
What's that?
I don't know. The fact that we're fucking got cars we can tub out far enough to put. I don't even know. It looked like
that thing's like it's quite a narrowed rear end in there, right there.
29-inch. Yeah.
Axles only 14 inches long. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So the Blackbird. So it's got Blackbird.
Yep.
Performance products on it.
Yeah.
That's the guy, Jeff Kirk, right?
Yes.
He was at Hardsburg yesterday testing with some Dodge guys.
Okay, cool. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. I got to talk to him a little bit.
Yeah, they got
nice guy,
they have a factory super stock. They have a factory stocker, right, that they ran.
So he ran Showdown for a little bit.
Yeah.
He ran stock for a little bit. He ran Showdown for a little bit. He ran Factory X for a little bit.
Okay.
And basically gave NHRA the finger.
Oh, now he's like, I'll do something else.
He said that when he started hauling ass at Factory X that they cut him back too far. So he gave him a finger.
Yeah. Speaking of Factory X, did you see the other Dodge that obviously, like we talked about, Kevin Helms debuted.
Charger. Yeah,
That sumbitch is bad too.
I did like it. I was
There's
impressed.
only 50 of them, and they're $235K a pull.
Oh,
I can't wait to see the
I'm
first
good.
one on Bring a Trailer. It's pretty cool. What other SEMA news? KB Titan to Pro Mod. Here's the only reason I think that's important. Keith Haney is involved, right? So Keith Haney with the Midwest, right? Pro Mod series and all that stuff. That's exciting. I don't know what.
You ready? You ready to hear my sky?
Yes.
Okay. Here's my devil's advocate. Elite's getting into top fuel.
Yep.
Elite's dabbling in all this other stuff. KB's now dabbling in Pro Mod. It's
Yeah.
great because Pro Mod's where what is off. My problem is that I feel like that there's been some very important people that have told these guys in Pro Stock to maybe start finding new avenues.
Yeah, I hate to think about that.
KB would have been the last people that I thought would have ever like branched out and did something else. And I still just, they're so hard Pro Stock. Like it just makes me feel like the only way they do it is if they see the writing on the wall. You know, they can still run Pro Stock, but also start to build something because this doesn't have that much longer.
Sure. Wow. That's an interesting take.
That's my.
I will say this. I do think Pro Mod is the most exciting. It's the one class that fills no matter what. They've never not had over 20 plus cars. It should be on the main show. They treat it like a sportsman class. It's not. I do think that is a huge misjustice to that whole group of people. J.R. Gray won his first one, and he came from no time. He just won the congruity, whatever, Pro Mod World Championship. It's just like much cooler.
I love it.
Yeah, it's incredible, and I think that probably needs to be put on the forefront. And so it was interesting with the KB, like I said, and there's a ton of those. There's a ton of Pro Mod series that exist, right? There's the Midwest Pro Mod. There's PDRA. There's the Chaos. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that. So Pro Mod makes a lot of sense to have that. Eric Latino is a partial owner of KB. He might be, and he came from Pro Mod too, right? Latino and them. So, great point.
I don't really know on him. Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a whole thing. Like I said, there's a lot of things. I think Pro Mod. I didn't think about what you said. Maybe I don't want to think about that. But yeah, interesting take.
I just got nervous because, like I said, KB just they were so direct, like they were so dialed and so focused on what they were doing. I just don't know, and like they said, there's other people there.
Yeah.
You know, Latino, whatever.
Yeah.
It's great. It is great. I just part of me feels like that this is maybe our side,
man,
and I hope not, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Walt. That actually clarifies some of that. It isn't just KB anymore. Obviously, they have 5 owners. Right. We knew it wasn't Ken Black. We knew it wasn't just him. Right. They have 5. Yeah, the Titan part of it, and they have 3 or 4 that run Pro Mod among other classes. Okay. So a lot of things. I think it's good, man. I think very interesting to have all these guys driving different things is cool. A lot of stuff. SEMA, man, this week has been kind of crazy. In the first 2 days of the week, there's been a lot of stuff coming out. Guys wrecking top fuelers, testing. Other people getting back into top fuel. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Guy getting his license, and he piled it up over the wall.
I thought there would have been a little bit more.
I felt bad.
Stink the way that it went over the wall, but
yeah,
because it just like easily just kind of over the wall.
I was
the front
like,
end was in the air.
Yikes! Yeah, huge yikes on that. A lot of things happening in NHRA pro classes in between nationals here. Walt, to your point about the PMR piece, we'll go back to that real quick. PMR sharing a building with Blackbird. It's actually in Kentucky, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, are they doing that?
Yeah.
So
PMR's already moved. They've moved. They've been slowly moving their stuff. Yeah.
So that would make sense because he's got a big place there in Bowling Green or wherever he's at.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Interesting. Last piece out of SEMA. It's official. Matty Gordon's going to run top fuel in the Carlisle Tools car for Ron Capps.
Hey,
we got to have
I think it's awesome that Ron, we
expanding. We got to have it.
I think it's awesome that Cap is expanding.
Yeah.
I was trying to think back. When did she first announce the Ron Capps thing? Wasn't it at Indy last year or something?
No, it was earlier this year, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that they announced it super early and it's just taking this much time, but I could be wrong. I was asking genuinely. I have no idea.
I don't 100% know, but so obviously they were they announced it, and then I think they were trying to figure out what was the sponsorship, like how was that gonna announces Ron Cat. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. They were trying to figure out, I'm sure, like, okay, how are we gonna do the news? It was April 10th of this year, so Vegas earlier this year.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm just an idiot.
But yeah, very interesting. I think it's good, man. We got to have young people like that. I understand people. It's a beating a dead horse, young people, but like you have to have young people that want to do this at that level. You just have to, or it dies. The NFL doesn't. Look, I like Tom Brady as much as the next person, but I don't need him out there playing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have young people.
Well, I'd see that's my problem. The thing is, it's not just that you need young people. You just need another Tom Brady.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to have stars.
You need another
job. Potentially. Right. Yeah, exactly. So that was exciting.
You need the star power. Like NASCAR, you listen to it like I do. Yeah. They're fighting the same problem right now. They got to figure out who your stars are.
Dude, I just heard a perfect.
Let them talk shit.
That is a perfect segue as we move into the next topic. Because,
all right.
No, as you were talking about, Kevin Harvick said NASCAR admitted they had this problem. Their format was to get more winners. That was their whole goal, to get more winners. And while they've created more winners, they've created 0 stars, is what they said. They said less, but I'm going to say 0. Am I right? And I was like, damn, Kevin Harvick is holy
you look
shit.
At it. Yeah. If you look at NASCAR, to me, like, you still got them, right? You got Blaney, you got Hamlin, you got, and I look at, obviously, Kyle Larson to me is like probably the young star because the like William Byron don't do it for me. We talk about what's hosts of art. Like, there's a lot of young guys there.
Yeah,
they're all kind of young now.
Yeah.
But they don't allow them to be stars. They don't allow them to speak, how they want to speak. They kind of put them in this corner where they can't sell themselves.
Sure.
Almost,
It's a weird, and so that's a perfect example of like NHRA. Like, we got to figure out who is the next star. Like, it can't be Tony Stewart. I love y'all, but it can't be.
Well,
my guy is age. It can't be.
I'll give NHRA props on one thing. Like, they do. I've been in trailers and meetings where they come in raising hell because of the way somebody talked on the camera.
Yeah.
But like, they don't really do much about what you say on the camera.
No, for sure. We
good,
have to have one.
Like,
you've got to have. Look, man. My favorite drivers are my friends, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very lucky to have friends that are professional race car drivers, right? In reality, if I asked anyone else who their favorite driver is, they're gonna be like, I don't know. Like, we gotta have. We need one.
I was born in 1998, and John Force was my hero.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, all the way.
Sure.
Okay. There isn't a John Force, and if you really look at it, like they talked about, the NASCAR guys are talking about 60 wins, right? Like, the sport, all sports. Okay, there's not probably going to be another 7-time champion in NASCAR. There's not going to be a guy who wins 150 national events in NHRA.
Right. Yeah, it's tough.
It's just the time and the races and how it works. You just can't anymore.
Yeah.
So I think we're looking, the fans are still looking for that, right? Like, that's what makes a star.
Yeah, we got to figure out what the actual level of stardom is, a new level.
Yes. So not only, just, I'm using NASCAR as an example because it's so much more
you can do it across any sport, right?
And, yes, baseball, right? Like,
baseball's a perfect example. Very few people are hitting 300 right now. We were talking about that. I see a lot of posts.
Who's the guy with
Shohei?
Yeah, who's the Dodgers guy that's like,
Shohei.
like he's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, Ken Griffey and every team had a star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. 100%.
I don't watch sports as much because nobody's standing out. And NASCAR says, as we tried to make it more of the same, we created less stars.
Yeah.
Well, not only did you create less stars, but you also, like, it's now harder for them to become stars as well, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Because of what our view is.
Like I said, it's just kind of crazy that you brought that up because as we talked just briefly about NASCAR 25 here, Denny Hamlin, tough sled.
I feel so bad. That hurts.
I just don't know if anybody thought that they were only going to take 2 tires. Like, if everybody, he was like, oh, shit, Larson and them only took 2 tires. Like, he lost 5 seconds right there to get out of the pit. They didn't have a choice. It's over at that point. There's only 2 laps left. It's over. It doesn't matter how fast your car is. There's not the track is only a 33-second lap. Okay, it's only 33 seconds. It's not enough time. And I was like, damn, I know Chris Gale right now. Like, how can you look at Denny and ever say, like, I mean, of course, like, they're both like, that's my fault. Like, there is no other fault in this whole thing, unfortunately, except Chris Gale, right? And I think about this, like, the jaws of defeat, ripping away a world championship. I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like that in NHRA that I can remember off the top of my head. I haven't watched a lot of super close points chases, but like, yes, what?
Let me put.
I need you to put it in perspective.
You're in Pomona.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You're in Pomona. You win the semifinals on Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
You win the world. You call it the finals. It don't matter, right? You have done mowed through these clowns.
Yeah, and you could put it on the table. You've laid it on the table.
You just mowed through them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, laid it on the table. And then when you cross the finish line in the final and your win light comes on and you get to the ticket booth and you're like 7 total and your man's 22, but a fucking Leaf goes through the finish line and he's like 2:30 to the quarter mile and you got to rerun it. That's what that's like.
Oh, that's tough, dude. You know, I've rerun at an NHRA race. It's very disappointing. Multiple times.
Oh, yeah. I've never done it. Never going to do it either because as many times as they should have done something and didn't, I'll burn the tree on the starting line. I promise you.
Give me a car, I'll do it. I ran Mitch Truman at Bowling Green. I'll never forget this. First pull out, I'm like 10, and he makes a good, like, he's like 20 next to me. Like, he did a good job. But as we're driving, I'm not looking at the scoreboard. And so we're racing the run down and I stop, and my light's on. And I'm like, ball game, let's go, boys. And then sure enough, I get to slip, and they're like, we got to rerun. I was like, bother! I'm like ready to burn it to the ground. I'm like, golly, that would be my luck right now. Crazy. That's a tough break. But yeah, Denny Hamlin losing that one was tough. Obviously, I like Denny Hamlin because I'm a big 23XI fan. Like, obviously, I'm a huge Jordan collector, and I like the Jordan brand, and I like Denny Hamlin. I don't like that he likes Ohio State. That's a terrible taste in football. But other than that, I like Denny Hamlin a lot. I really thought we watched the race. My guy is leading 71% of the laps. Denny Hamlin led and didn't win the race.
He was owning the race. I mean, it was
absolute tragedy, dude. I cannot.
They should have just let everybody at NASCAR be pissed that they didn't throw the caution, but they shouldn't have done the caution.
Yeah. Okay, RJ Torres, that's a good way to put it. I think it's more like you put the radials on in the final round and accidentally dialed this. Not accidentally, but you dialed the same. And then they had control of their outcome. That's 100%. I call that.
I still call it bullshit. I think it's freaking hilarious that it all works out for Hendrick that well.
Hey, man.
I don't like the way it sits on me. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's fair. Dude, it's tough for Byron.
After I watched it, I don't like it.
Yeah, because Byron wrecks and then Larson obviously wins. Yeah, it's pretty crazy outcome. The other piece I just want to talk about.
RJ is right.
Yeah, that is 100% fair. I am. So I've made it official. I'm going to do a NASCAR 25 league. We're going to do a 10 or 12 race thing. We're going to live stream it on YouTube. But we can. I'm going to take up to 12 other drivers. 12, because you can only have 8 in the chat on the live on NASCAR. It's super weird. So we're going to take 12 drivers. I'm going to figure out the payout, but it's probably going to be $50 to enter for the season. We're going to figure out how to pay it out. 10 to 12 races. We're only doing circle tracks. We are not doing road courses. It's out of the question. We're no Shane Van Gisbergens here in the group. We're not doing it. So we're going to start it in a couple weeks. I'm finishing up some design stuff and points and how we're going to do it. But if you want to join, you got to play on PS5 because that's what I have. And there's no cross console support. So if you want to be in my racing league, it's basically the BE00TAKE00 Winston Cup is basically what we're calling it. We're gonna do it. So
are we doing it? Are we doing a playoff or are we doing?
No. It's Winston style points, baby. Average finish, basically your best averages finishes and stuff. So, it does not have cross console, RJ. Unfortunately, you got to be on PS5. So,
I am. This is not to change. We're not changing the topic, but I'm jonesing to do the iRacing thing.
Dude, we're gonna do it. Obviously, Shane is a big iRacer. We're gonna get. He's sent us some information about it. I want to iRace, but I want to do it in like the second gen stuff that they did in like the early '90s and then the mid '90s cars. That's what I would like to do.
CJ Yeager's got a setup in his living room.
Okay.
And I was there playing with it one day, and he's like, "Go to Talladega with the
with the Bill
Elliott
cars, where you could go 211.
Dude, you're on the backstretch going like 218.
Yeah, it's wild. It's pretty wild. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Maybe next year we'll get to that point. Maybe we'll get to that point where we can do it. But yeah, if you want to play NASCAR 25 with us, let us know. We're gonna stream we're gonna stream the races. It's gonna be like 25 to 35% race length because that's about 40 minutes, and that's about the amount of time I want to talk to people. So yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna live stream it. It's gonna be a thing. I'll have more information next week on the episode. So if you have PS5 and you're interested in doing it, let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or Facebook. If you got my number, shoot me a text. I've had a couple people text me. I've already got some folks that want to do it. So let us know. All right. Next headline. What have we bought this week? I bought some retro t-shirts. I finally caved and did it on accident. It wasn't really an accident. I just did it.
Happens.
Yeah. But I'm pretty excited about those. And I bought some brakes for the race car. I got that done today. I got all my brakes off my Super Stocker, the drums. I got that stuff off. I'm learning so much.
You ordered brakes today.
I ordered brakes today. Yeah. I'm learning so much on the Super Stocker where it's a lot. This is so funny. I took the axles out. And I sent to Matt. I was like, "Hey, this can't be right. Like you count the teeth. That's how you count spline, right? Like it should tell you that's your." And I was like, "Bruh, this can't be right. This is a number I've never even heard. Like I don't even know this number existed of spline. It is so low. I'm like, this can't be real." He's like, "Are you sure it's not a Dana 60?" I was like, "Brother, how am I supposed to know that? I'm asking you. That's the whole point of this." So it is a 12 bolt. It's got some crazy spool in it. So I didn't order axles or any gear or anything like that right now. I just stayed with what I had. Obviously, it is a 12 bolt and all that stuff, but it's like I said, different spool. So I did order brakes, fronts and backs. I got all of my drums off. Yeah, man, it's slowly gonna come together. The next step is getting the front brakes because it does. I got a conversion kit right from obviously Mosier doesn't make front brakes, so they partner with Wellwood. So I did that. I've been a Mosier guy forever, stayed in brand. So I'm very excited about it. I went to get, however, I will tell you this. I went to get colored calipers. They do custom colored calipers. They're way crazy priced. I was like, never mind. That's where I drew the line. I was like, all right, I guess I don't need these blue to match my car custom calipers on the front. So I just got the standard ones, but maybe I'll paint them when I get them. So I don't know. But yeah, pretty crazy. So I did order brakes and I got that. But what did you buy this week or wheel and deal for?
I traded. I was supposed to go get it tonight, and then I don't know why I ever say Tuesday nights. Like I forget. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go get it another day. But I am the new owner of a Vega wagon,
buddy,
that does run and drive. It needs brakes.
That's all right. I got a set of drum brakes. I'll sell you right now for a 12 bolt.
Hey,
we
you know
bolt
what?
them right on, baby.
Yeah.
I would like to know, are we putting that thing in D crate motor or what? What was that car in that he had? Was it G crate motor?
So it was. I thought it was faster than that. I thought he ran like B crate motor or something.
All right. I know,
but that's in my head. Like basically, I'm gonna wait till it comes back.
Comes back around. I love that. Yeah. Danny Radulowski still has that car, right? That's the one he drives in Bohannon.
Yeah. Oh, so I got a text from an Ohio resident.
Okay. Just now.
It says, watching the podcast, tell PJ we take the Buckeyes comment hard.
Y'all should. Bunch of bums. I don't care. Ask.
So,
look, we'll talk about this. Thanksgiving weekend's coming up. We can have this conversation. We're not going to talk about it today, but Thanksgiving weekend's coming up. And we've done 4 straight, so I can't. Oh, there's the Vega, yeah. Look at this wagon. Back to the wagon, sorry. It's awesome, and we're very excited about it. So
yes, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Feel hurt by NASCAR? Don't feel hurt. It's all good. NASCAR didn't do anything to you. They'll be back around next year. Same time, same place, same TV channels. Don't worry. All right, so Tyler's bought a wagon. I bought some stuff. We're at it, baby. I forgot I did buy my wiring kit last week too, so I got that laid out too. I've done pulled wires out of this car. Hey man, we're out here doing it. We're out here doing it, baby. I am in full tilt, ready to move forward. We're excited. So we're getting ready to do it. Once those two things are done, those are really the big things, right? Is the brakes and the wiring. The wiring's obviously going to take a little bit longer, but I've got a place for it where the radio delete is, so that's good. I took out all the other wiring. Well, I shouldn't say that. I took out the grid and all the wiring that I did to get it to race for the rest of the season. That's out.
Did you leave all? Is all the factory wiring still in it?
Dude, yes. And I was like, why did they leave this in here?
Oh, God.
So all that has to come out. I got to worry about
Take
that.
it all out.
Yeah, that'll come out too. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on with the Super Stalker, so we're getting after it. Okay, NHRA at Las Vegas. A lot of things happened last weekend I want to talk about and kind of break down the points a little bit. But first off, Bo Butner doing Bo Butner things. Is there a guy right now who can get in a car and win better than him right now? Like just a random car that he doesn't drive all the time? It's not easy to win in stock. Like, it's not that easy. I want to preface that for everybody.
I don't know. You go back and look. Listen, I said this to somebody on the phone yesterday. Bo's a good race car driver. Bo's a world champion.
Sure.
There's nothing you can hold against him.
You talking
did
about
not even
scorecard.
put on a
You're talking about
remotely,
scorecard. Sure.
not
sure,
even
sure.
fucking close. He should not have won the race.
Okay, so fast car wins mentality with that car, huh?
There you go.
All right. Well, Bo Butner wins again. That's his 21st in
Sportsman, right?
in Sportsman.
I thought I read that they like specified. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
he's
did. They did 21 just in Sportsman
might be
alone.
over 30.
It's got to be in Pro Stock and all, right? Pretty cool.
I would say with Pro Stock, he's
he won like at least 10 or 12 in Pro Stock, right?
I feel like we might be surprised.
Randy Lynn, if you're listening, send us the stat, please. A lot of firsts happened at Vegas, though. Shout out to my guy Ty Gaynor. Gets it done in top dragster. Pretty cool story. His dad runners up in super stock, but his dad posted the thing about Ty, and I thought it was really interesting. They get to Vegas. They realize that Ty can't qualify in his car. Megan, right, has her car there, so they swap. So Ty gets in. Then Ty shuts it down, wins the race, and now he's in the hunt for potential national championship if he does well the last two races, Pomona and Vegas Divisional. Unbelievable stat. Like, it's just really crazy, like, how that happens. Like, obviously the availability to do that that helps, but, like, it's still really cool. And for Ty to get his first win, he wins his first division in super stock. Like, so that's really cool. He's already done that. Now he wins his first national, could potentially win a national championship. Really unbelievable circumstances for the kid who's 18 years old. Just absolute stud out there in Washington. Eddie Plazer.
Definitely.
Eddie Plazer wins his first, which blew my mind. I assumed that, obviously, just knowing Casey's, I just assumed that Eddie had won one. Eddie wins his first one in Super Gas in the 55 or 57, whatever it was. Very, very cool. I thought that was neat, especially because if anybody knows Casey, Casey talks more shit on the internet than anyone else in the history of the internet. I mean, look, I know a lot of bragging racers.
He doesn't anymore, really, does he?
No, not nearly as much, but he is he is a master of talking shit. Okay. No one has ever made people feel bad about themselves as much as Casey plays. Not a bad way, just that's what he does. And he doesn't mean anything by it. That's just his demeanor. Maybe that I never known a Canadian to be that mean, but he is. But yeah, man, shout out to Eddie. I thought that was cool. Shout out to the Blazers. Got his first one.
And the coolest car too. I love that thing.
Yeah, it's a 55 or 57. I don't know how to tell the difference between the shoeboxes.
56.
50, even worse. Okay, it's 56. Sorry. And then Alec Bianco wins his first in Super Comp, which I thought was really cool. So 3 firsts in the sportsman categories in their first tries. So they're That's 1 for cool. 1. Pitch, get called up to the big leagues. Got to shut it down. Thought that was pretty cool. Trey Vetter got it done in super stock. Absolute hero. I mean, he made a lot of good laps. And then
Yeah, he did.
Gainer's next to him is, I think, 22 up front, and Vetter's like 8 dead 1 or something like that, or 8 and 1 above 1. Like, he made like
It was something crazy.
hero lap. Yeah. Pretty wild. So it looked like Vegas was a good time. I'm going to pull up the points here really quickly. We claimed 1 points champion so far, and it's Bubba Linky in Stock Eliminator.
Yep.
Has closed the door for all those keeping track. Pretty wild turn of events for him, because he didn't even win that race at the finish in Virginia. Here it says he got 61, so unless I'm missing something, which I might be, but I think he closed it down with 677. What's your thoughts on Bubba's year?
Great year. 677, something to be proud of, and enough to make it happen. It's usually that's a typical 670, 675 is kind of typically what I would say you got to shoot for if you want to be in the hunt.
Yeah.
To like actually win it, come the last day. So he did it, and he's gonna make him a winner.
Very, very cool for Bubba. Super great dude. I met Bubba for the first time this winter. He was driving his dad's Cobalt in Super Stock. Thought that was pretty cool. As we look forward here, Super Stock breakdown, it looks like Hidalgo is going to get it done. He's got 689. I don't think Justin, after the 30 at Vegas, can do anything. And he wasn't even bettering anything as a national level, because the only thing he could better was an 84. That's a pretty sick stat. However, he has a chance at the divisional.
50 divisional.
Well, he's got 7 divisionals, so he has 1 more divisional to claim, but he's got a better of 51. So you're talking about he has to win the race, and that would give him 53 more points, which would put him at 690, and he would win by 1 point if he wins.
So if he wins this week,
he's got to win, which isn't out of the question.
Well, I will say,
but like,
no, Las Vegas, Justin Lamb, Super Stock. I bet he unloads the Cobalt.
He might have to. He might just be like, you know what? It's game time. We got to bring in. You got to put on the 11s. The Concords are on. We're ready to rip, baby. We're going into Utah, game 6.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's game 7. Okay, and we're winning all rounds. But
yeah,
like I don't know. Kevin could catch. Like there's one player.
So technically, yes, Kevin Helms again has to win the race because he's bettering a 30 at the divisional level. So he took a tough break there with the Vegas loss in because he could have bettered a 61 national. Yeah, he could have bettered 61 national, and unfortunately so he's got to win. If he wins, that puts him up that's 75 points, and that puts him at 699 if he wins. So
he's got a better chance. He can go further ahead, but yeah.
Yeah, he could. If he runners up, he ties. No, if he runners up, you get 94, right? Yeah, if you runner up.
7 rounds.
Okay, yeah. So if he runners up,
6-round race, he gets 84.
Yeah, but if it's a 7-round race, which it probably will be, right?
It should be, yes.
So he's going to get 94 if he runners up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only 64 plus. He would be down a point to Hidalgo. He has to win. He would be at 688, and Hidalgo's at 689. So anyways, Kevin Helms got to win Superstock, or Justin Lamb got to win Superstock. Tough. Do we think Chris Whitfield has a chance to close it up? Obviously, Chad Weber with 5 and 7. He's probably going to run. He's going to run Pomona. Okay. So he could better a 51 nationally. And divisional, he could better a 40. So depending on what Chad Weber does this weekend, Chris Whitfield is out of nationals in division. He has nothing else to claim. He's 6 and 11, so he can't claim anything. He can't even better stuff, right?
Yeah, but the divisionals thing hadn't even. I don't know what he's done.
Yeah, I guess we have to see what they've thrown away, right? What they don't count.
That's the biggest thing.
Okay.
But what I will say, like
None
if
of
he
those are
doesn't win,
listed, so I don't know. Okay.
it's the biggest mess up in sportsman
Yeah.
points chase history.
Okay. Tough sledding. A lot of good racing out there, but excited to see what happens. Like I said, I think Chad Webber, maybe Jeff Chaney. Jeff Chaney still has another divisional to claim. He could better some stuff. So we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be an interesting turn of events in Super Comp. And then Super Gas, JJ Brock's got 638. Val Torres, though, has 612. And Val Torres runnered up. So he's on the hunt.
Yeah.
And he is bettering. Unfortunately, though, he can't really better. His bettering a national if he runs Pomona, right? He's going to run Pomona. To better a national, he's bettering a 72. Now, his divisionals, though, he's bettering a 50. So this week is crucial for Val to potentially win again. Phil Unruh is out of divisionals, but does have. He didn't run. He did run Vegas, but he only got 30 there, so he might be. He might have to put it together at Pomona and figure it out. But interesting there. It's really Val Torres' to lose, right? Depending on what he does. He only needs to go 2 more rounds that he went in his 40. So he gets to a quarterfinal. He'll probably take that win.
So he's better in a 40 this weekend.
That is what he can better. Yes, oh no, I'm sorry. He's bettering a 50. I can't read. I'm an idiot. Sorry. He's got a better
So
of
he's
50.
better in a 50, and he's 26 points back.
Yep.
I mean, he's got a semi, but
yeah, he's got
that
a
ain't
semi.
out of the question.
We'll see what happens. A lot of breakdown there. The big one,
I like it.
Top Dragster. So Darian has 568. Jessica Eastburn has 566. She still has another national. I'm assuming they're going to Pomona, right? They were in Vegas. I would assume. She took a first round L, though. Her national,
Was she better?
a 30. So she's got to go 2 rounds to beat Darian's.
She wins first round. She passes. She wins first round.
That's
she
only
wins.
40. And that's
Yeah,
only
but
10
she's
more
better
points.
than 30, right?
Oh, she's 2 points. I thought it said 12 points here. Sorry. So, yes,
Yeah.
she wins first round. She wins the world.
Oh, so you're telling me that they had Vegas and Pomona to turn on 1 win line?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's like the that's the worst.
Yeah. That'll eat away at
That's
you,
the
right?
worst. Yeah, you want to talk about something that eats at you. You got to turn on 1 win line in 2 races.
Yeah. Casey Plazer has 530, and he's out of he's got 1 more national, and it's like he's bettering a 30. So, but he's 60 points behind. So if he wins or gets to the semis, he's 36 points behind. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 38 points behind. So he's got to go, and he's bettering a 30, right? So he's got to go 4 rounds, right? He's got to get to a quarterfinal. That's 70, right? That puts you at 70.
Sounds right.
So
70-ish.
he's got an opportunity there too. And then talking about Ty Gaynor, Ty obviously has a divisional that he's bettering. He can better a 30 in a divisional. And then his national, he has a clean national. So he's looking at 488 just staging at Pomona. He's looking at 488. And then a divisional, he's bettering a 30 of a divisional. So in Top Dragster, he only needs to get 568. He's 110 points behind. He needs
You gotta win one, I think, still, because they're only 95-point wins.
Oh, they're only 95-point wins. Okay. It's going to be interesting. If he gets 95.
This week might be 105, actually, but
okay.
next week, like a national's gonna be 95.
Whew, man, interesting take there. I'm surprised we couldn't get Chad Taylor out there because Chad had an outside chance too at 469. And
I talked to him.
We should have made that happen. I don't know. That's crazy.
I talked to him, and he said, I've done this enough years now to know. He said, there's just he said it's not that it's not in the cards. He said I just don't see.
He's also probably not fast enough to qualify with that car, or he is.
Well, I think he could. Oh yeah, he's been 30s with it. I think.
Okay.
But
yeah. I don't know, man. A lot to shake out there in Top Dragster, so that'll be exciting. And then lastly, Top Sportsman here, Darian still leading, but David Cook Jr. Is on the hunt, but he was not at Vegas. So he might just be saving it for the national. He is 12 points behind, and at his national, he is bettering a 41. He can better a 41. So David
Some
Cook,
opportunities.
yeah, potentially there with Cook. Lafferty still has an outside chance, and Dale Thaxton also still has an outside chance. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Yes, Bo is still kind of lurking in Super Gas, but his run this past weekend did not help. So a lot to shake up there in NHRA. Last thing we want to talk about here for the weekend before we get, and I wanted to get into this. I had a exchange on the internet where I was told to reach out to SCRA. Shout out to, first off, Jim Schechter, and shout out to all the guys who put out the information, right? There's a lot of different people who share information for us that we may not all get across the classes, Super Gas, Super Comp, Stock, Super Stock, all those things. So first off, shout out to all y'all for doing that work. Shout out to Jim Schechter for posting it that we needed to reach out. But I basically was like, I'm not reaching out. Like, I shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to reach out.
This information should be readily available to racers as a whole. And so I was upset in the sense of, I didn't really, I mean, obviously in the end, I care, but at the same time, I'm like, why are y'all have our emails. Just send us the email. Supposedly, there is a racer who would like to see all rear end housings across all of, basically you can run anything in any car in Stock Eliminator is the word on the street. Now again, I still haven't seen the poll, but I assume based on what I saw, people were commenting that. And I was like, okay. And so I talked to Tyler about this, and I had, Tyler, I'll let you, because you are closer to this than I am, right? In reality, right? I'm just kind of a racer who likes the class. I don't understand some of the stuff. So my opinion of it is this. Is that even stock? Are we even in Stock Eliminator anymore?
No.
What are we doing?
So I spoke to somebody on the NHRA side of it, and basically, yeah, they're trying to claim that they can't get parts for these rear ends. They're not readily available anymore.
I just don't know how that's possibly true.
It's not possibly true. It's bullshit. I mean, these guys, listen. This isn't 1985 anymore.
Yeah.
You can't, these guys are still using the same ways that they used to get parts 40 years ago to get parts now.
Right.
I bet any part that these guys are looking for, rings and pinions or whatever it is, like within 30 minutes on the internet, I can find them 10 of them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like, sorry guys that you haven't kept up with the times, but that doesn't mean that you change the class.
Right. Yeah.
Because you can't keep up with it.
Yeah, I think it's a disservice to the class to keep it. Again, I'm all about innovation. We've talked about this ad nauseum. I am fully for innovation within
That's
a
just
set
far
of
from
stuff.
innovation.
But 100%, it is not at all. You're taking it away from what the class was meant to be. I had to run a 307 pile of junk for a long time, okay? Y'all can figure it out too, okay? I don't...
Here's the thing. You choose your car.
Right.
Okay? Hey, I like cars that either a lot of other people like or that they aren't that fast.
Yeah.
But
Same. Can relate.
And you chose it, right?
Yeah, 1,000%.
You can't go... Listen, if a guy's got a 72 Demon and
you shouldn't be allowed a 9-inch in Stock Eliminator.
These rules.
Right.
Well, yeah, if you don't have a Ford that came with it or whatever. But
well, you said Dodge.
Basically these guys. Well, yes, I'm just saying, a 72 Demon guy telling me, oh, we got to allow 9-inch horses. I can't get parts.
Right.
There's 6 manufacturers.
Right. We just had the conversation. I think mine might be a Dana Spool. So what do y'all?
Yeah, we're in Superstar. We don't even know. You were talking about changes. Stop. You can't put air shifters and 9-inch Fords in every 69 Camaro Stock Eliminator or every 69 Camaro in the country can be a Stock Eliminator car. We gotta chill out.
100%. I think that's the biggest thing is you're trying to eliminate. You're taking some of the stuff that makes Stock Eliminator cool and trying to make it because you can't do it, right? I couldn't go fast, and I had to figure it out.
The other thing about the 9-inch stuff, take a guy like me or any 20 to 30-year-old person running Stock Eliminator that might have another car. I've never carried a spare for my stocker rear end because I only had one 12-bolt and I wasn't
Right.
carrying around a spare for it.
Right.
Bring a pinion to set up. I don't know
Right.
how to set them up.
Right.
So like
Same.
now,
Can relate.
these but a 9-inch, I could
Yeah.
change one of them bitches about 35 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
So but something else these guys ain't even thinking about is if they do this, they're now just putting the sport even more into our hands
Yeah.
because they know how to. For one, they know how to set up what they got if
Yeah.
they have the parts.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to set it up, even if I got the parts.
Right.
So, like, but if they give me 9 inches, I'm never
Right.
going to lose a race because of a rear end.
Right. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Or, I'm never going to be out of a race.
Out of a race. Yeah. Like I said, I think the thing is so frustrating about it is, I don't think that it's so. There's two things that are wrong here. One, if you want to make a request, fine, but for NHRA to not share that information with me, it's the same thing that supposedly this went through with the air shifter and electric shifter thing. Like, why wasn't I included in that?
So the way
thing.
and it's partially NHRA's fault, and it's partially, I mean, listen, I'm not even gonna blame NHRA because
is it my fault for not knowing?
Promoting side of thing? No,
oh,
no.
Okay.
And I'm not pointing any reps out here, but
Sure.
the problem is the reps have lives going on, so they don't.
Sure, that's not their
you
job.
You gotta be. You can't have an agenda.
Sure.
Okay. But the deal is NHRA is not like NHRA has these representatives so that the representatives can handle it.
Yeah.
But they're not just going to send a representative their database of fucking emails, okay? Like,
yeah,
those things
that's
are
the
money.
problem, though. Yeah, I get that part, but it's like you're a nonprofit, so what money, motherfuckers? Excuse my language.
But
I got to put $1 in I got to put $1 in the curse jar now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Should they get over it and just give them the emails they need? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Should
like,
an
we're not talking about
go through the emails and every super stock racer in Division 3. Like, if this is a stock issue, every stock eliminator racer that you have an email for in Division 3 should go to Larry Hodge, and Larry Hodge should send it out.
Yeah, and here's
whoever it is,
1,000%. And so what I said, look, shout out to Larry, who is Division 3's rep. I didn't know that at the time. Okay, and so I
He's
wasn't.
great too.
Yeah, I'm not friends with him on Facebook until this weekend. I think he obviously saw my post and that I commented on it. And like I said, my thing is, RJ, this is a perfect example.
Hold on. Nope. You might have just created a whole nother issue.
Oh, okay.
So Larry saw that you commented on it?
I assume. He added me as a friend, so I assume.
Okay, and you still didn't get it?
I have not gotten it yet, no.
That's an agenda.
That's fair. Sure. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Because I'm also readily available pretty easily, right? Like, my emails, public information.
This just pisses me off because there is, like, it's NHRA not wanting to give up the emails because they cost, right now, what are they, $5 a piece right now, probably?
Crazy.
Ish. So, but the reps aren't, like, they've got lives. They got shit to do. They don't get paid nothing, and they spend a ass load of money to go do this stuff, okay?
Sure.
Like, it really makes no sense. But at the end of the day, like, don't take the position.
I will say this, though. I got a lot of good content out of this.
If I was the representative, I promise you that whole motherfucker would have been it'd been on TMZ.
I would have put it on the internet. Just been like, hey, just so everybody knows, this will 1,000% I would have.
Go.
So I'm letting y'all know. I don't know if the poll is closed, but if you have an SCRA rep, reach out to them and ask for it. Tyler Wodarczyk, though, did win the internet. He said, I've been a card-carrying member since 2009, and I've never received an email from my rep. And I was like,
I ain't either.
I was like, damn, he got me. There's a lot of things I think that for the sportsman reps, I don't know if it obviously is their job that they've taken it as their job for that. But there's a lot of things that could be shared. Like, I think it could have been public knowledge that the classes, like, this is a silly example, but the shootouts, right? Like, they should have told everybody, like that should have been an email. Hey, new at Division 3 races, this is what we're doing. It should have been NHRA's problem too. But like,
the shootout they did once a year.
Different stuff,
Now that it gets sprinkled in there a little bit, yeah.
So yeah, like, just different things. Like, I think that we could do a lot, and maybe this is me complaining. Like, hey, I'm not saying I can do it, but we're offering to help with suggestions that aren't beneficial to just us. Like, that's the thing I think that me and you see very specifically. I'm not submitting anything that benefits me specifically, right? Like, stuff is self-serving, but like, we're trying to benefit the classes as a whole, right? Because we race all the classes.
Listen, basically they're I think what they're looking at this as, is that until you like most of these old school guys, I think a lot of them still look at it as if you don't change the motor and you don't put a trans brake in it, it's
Still
stock eliminator. No, fuck it's not. Okay,
RJ, you have a I will tell this story before we go. RJ says stock racers are hilarious. Let's put air shifters and 9-inch rears, but someone's gonna complain about a fender emblem. So I got to Chicago. It's the first time I'm going to Chicago. I got an open trailer in my F-250. That's a real story, right? So I'm at Chicagoland.
Hey.
I try to pull in. I'm done past all the stock eliminator and super stock. I'm done pieced. Hey, I'm driving through this gate. Troy Coughlin TJ's done saved me a spot. I'm fixing to park up there. They turned me around. They're like, you're not parking up here with that piece of shit. I was like, okay, that's hurtful. 1. 2, fine. So I end up parking at the gate. Anyway, so I go up for tech. Back then they still teched you in, right? And I go through there, and Travis and them are like, I couldn't find the front emblem of Oldsmobile that goes through there that clipped in. Couldn't find one. I had looked a couple junkyards, and I hadn't found one off eBay or whatever that was original and all this. Anyway, so I didn't have the emblem. And he's like, 10 years ago, we would have thrown you out. And I was like, yeah, well, 10 years ago, I would have been able to park on this concrete. But here we are, Travis, to sign my tech card so I can go race, goddammit. And I proceeded to lose first round. I rolled through the beams. So solid Chicago experience for those. But, man, we went through a lot of information this week. A lot of things happened. I appreciate you, Tyler, for making the time. I know we're both currently still dying of obviously what is a sinus infection or something. I don't know. My mother told me to go see the doctor, and I was like, bruh. Have you seen the price of health insurance right now? Can't do it.
Well, actually, I've been looking at it.
Don't do it. It's bad.
Turns out I'm with you. Yeah.
It's bad. Well, we appreciate everybody for joining us this week. Again, a lot of things happening. We're still going to be every week for the next couple weeks as we finish off the NHRA season, man. We're still going to be live for the next couple weeks. So join us, and then we're going to get into more interview stuff this winter. Like I said, we're going to do some different shows, but a lot of exciting things to come. We appreciate all of you for joining us here. Episode 37 of the BE00TAKE00 Show. We will be back again next week, episode 38. Lord willing, and Tyler might be voiceless after he sings Vidalia for the 12th time. We shall see. Until next time, we will see you.